evening, class. Today's lesson is going to be on nutritional genomics. There are three subcategories. The first one is nutrigenetics, second is nutrigenomics, third is nutritional epigenetics. We'll start by talking about genes and DNA to get some background before we delve into nutritional genomics. Natalie, pay attention.
Okay.
Deoxyribonucleic acid, or DNA, is a hereditary material within humans and almost all other organisms. The shape of DNA is a double helix, which looks like a spiral ladder. Most DNA is located in the nucleus of cells. For this reason, it is called nuclear DNA. The information in DNA is stored as a code made up of four chemical bases: adenine, A, guanine, G, cytosine, C, and thymine, T. These bases are what makes up the rungs of the ladder. The order, or sequence, of these bases determines information available for building and maintaining an organism. This is much like the way letters in the alphabet appear in a certain order to form words and sentences. Adenine, A, always pairs with thymine, T, and guanine, G, always pairs with cytosine, C.
Natalie, can you explain what I just said to you?
Butterflies and ladders make up nutritional genetics.
Well, first of all, it's nutritional genomics. And second of all, this is an important topic and it can affect you, so you should pay attention.
Okay.
A genome is the complete set of genetic material in an organism. A genome is comprised of DNA, which contains genes which code for proteins. We will break this down so we can better apply genetics to our study of nutrition. Due to sexual reproduction, we inherit DNA from each of our parents. Half is from our mother, and half is from our father. Genes are a section of DNA that determine which proteins individual cells will manufacture and what function particular cells will perform. These are the basic units of heredity. Humans each have one copy of a gene from their biological mother and one copy from their biological father.
Ugh, this is so boring. But Jason looks so cute today.
Natalie, pay attention.
Alleles are what we refer to as variants of a gene. This means that genes will have different possible forms. We usually refer to these forms as dominant or recessive based on their expression. For example, if your dad has brown eyes and your mom has blue eyes, you will likely have brown eyes. However, you will have both alleles. The recessive blue allele is just hidden. So how are food and genetics related? Nutritional genomics. Nutritional genomics is the study of the relationship between human genome, nutrition, and health. The goal of nutritional genomics is to make personalized dietary advice. There are three subcategories within nutritional genomics: nutrigenetics, nutrigenomics, and nutritional epigenetics. Nutrigenetics is the study of the role of interactions between individual gene sequence variations and dietary components in determining health. You can remember that it is the interaction between nutrition and genetics because it sounds like nutrition and genetics combined. For example, you may benefit from a diet high in iron, whereas it may not be a good diet for your friend. This is because your genes can alter the effects that nutrients have on your body. In fact, your liver could look like this compared to your friends after consuming a lot of iron. There is no difference in the food consumed, just the genes that affect how it works in your body. Single nucleotide polymorphisms, which we call SNPs for short, are the main focus of gene-nutrient interaction. SNPs are defined as those genetic variants or polymorphisms in which a single nucleotide has been exchanged for another. For example, if CG is mutated to TA, there will be a different expression. Depending on the location of the mutation within a gene, such a mutation could have negative effects. Nutrigenetics is the study of how food affects your gene expression by looking at the relationship between what we eat and how our body responds. These genes can be affected by nutrition because foods can turn genes on or off like a light switch, which is referred to as gene expression. For example, the FTO gene, also known as fat mass and obesity associated, has been linked to obesity and expressed in adipose tissue in regions of the brain involved in the regulation of energy balance. This gene was only found to be associated with obesity and the presence of a high-fat diet. The high-fat diet turns on the light switch for the obesity gene. Nutritional epigenomics can be described more precisely as the diet-informed changes to DNA. This can be done in various ways, but it is important to remember that it does not alter the nucleotide sequence, the base pair sequences of the DNA. Think about twins. They have identical genotypes, but as they age, they have been found to have differing epigenetic patterns. This could explain differences in disease risk in twin pairs. It also indicates that modifying the epigenome to activate or suppress genes through diet has potential to modify risk of chronic disease and cancer. Nutrigenetics is the interaction of food and genes. The variation from person to person is due to SNPs, or single nucleotide polymorphisms. Nutrigenomics focuses on expression of genes and how they are turned on and off by food.
To summarize today's lesson, nutritional genomics can tell you what nutrients you need to improve your health based on your own genetic makeup. For example, orange juice is a good choice for some people to consume regularly because it matches their genetic needs for vitamin C. However, these specific nutritional needs vary from person to person. This field of study also provides a glimpse into the future by examining a few of gene-nutrient interactions and their potential roles in chronic diseases. By finding out what diet aligns with your gene's specific needs, you may be able to manage your weight better, feel better about what you eat, and choose the right foods to optimize your health and decrease your risk for chronic disease. What is one thing you learned from this lesson today?
Me.
Natalie?
I learned that I really need to take care of my body because it can not only affect my genes but also my future kids.
Very good.